cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old. Weak and the bro cares away.
What's good, everyone? It's Marvin from MJO23Dan.com. Welcome to my year in review pickups of 2018.
Too young and old, all seem to throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer. Too young and old, all seem to throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer. Too young and old, weak and the throw cares away. Christmas is here.
So typically around this time, I usually do my year in review pickups of the current calendar year. While a lot of people do like a top 10 or top 5 or top 3, I like to just show you everything. So I may have picked up 40 plus in 2018, but I sold a few just to, I guess, afford some of the other things that I really wanted. While in the previous year, I went through a list that I concentrated on. I might go back to that in 2019, but it's hard to argue that Jordan Brand and Nike really did an exceptional job in 2018. Whereas in 2017, Adidas was trying to dominate the market, while there have been reports of Nike and Jordan Brand really falling down. And even though I got off to a slow start, I really didn't pick up my first shoe until February, which is around All-Star Weekend, with the Black Cement 3. Now, I'm not sure how 2019 will go, we'll see, but I'm not really looking forward to, I guess, anything until February, really, with the Infrared 6. And then also we're going to be getting a Black Cement 4, so those two supposedly are supposed to be remastered with the Nike Air branding on the back, and something, again, I am looking forward to. In 2017, I had 48 pickups. In 2016, I had 41 pickups. In 2015, about 16. So there's kind of like, you know, some variation when it comes to the pickup game here. But again, like I said, I want to show you guys what I picked up for the year. So let's go. Alright, so the first sneaker on the pickup list was the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. And I really didn't pick up anything up until this date that it released. February 17, 2018. I ended up coming away with at least 4 pairs. And the Black Cement 3, what more can you say about it? It's just an iconic shoe. I mean, that's going to be a word that I'm going to throw around. It's an iconic shoe. Nike Air on the back. It is the remastered version of the Air Jordan 3. And they really did a good job on it. So of the 4 pairs, I sold 1. And I kept 3 for myself. I rock 1 to death. Pretty much every day I rock Black Cement 3. And it's pretty crazy how I started the year off so late. But this was the first sneaker that I picked up for 2018. So the second sneaker is the Bred Toe Air Jordan 1. This dropped on February 24, 2018. Price tag of 160 bucks. And this one was a shocker to me because everyone knows about the Shattered Backboard 1 and the quality of the leather and all that. This is pretty similar to what people have been matching that specific sneaker up towards. And this one was just pure hype. And again, it's just a simple black, red, and white shoe with red on the toe, which is pretty much what people call the Bred Toes. But I remember people at the malls, in line, online, causing hysteria, and everyone just wanting this shoe. So this was my second pickup of 2018, a good one, and I'm glad to be able to have come away with it. The next pickup came in March, and I was fortunate enough to see these on Instagram. Somebody actually tagged me or, you know, shared the photo with me on Instagram, and it was from a consignment shop, ironically in Seattle, called Recess. And if you guys are from Seattle, you know, show them my love. But they actually worked with me to be able to acquire this gem. And it was the last one that I actually needed to complete the Air Jordan 10 original set. Toward the end of the year, we were able to see the Orlando 10 City Series come back in that specific colorway, but a lot of people really love the Seattle 10 as well as the Sacramento 10, which I acquired last year in 2017. But the Seattle 10 is a favorite of many, and Seattle certainly misses their Supersonics. So hopefully someday Seattle will get a team back in the NBA. Keeping it in the month of March, I was able to scoop up this Goalto Air Jordan 1. Yo, shout out to my homie XTN Christian, you know who you are. He was able to look out for me for the Goalto Air Jordan 1. This is an all patent leather Air Jordan 1, and it's pretty similar to what we saw at Complex Con in 2017. And it was also a sneaker that I was trying to acquire at Complex Con and actually stood in line. Yeah, I wanted this colorway, and it was a dope colorway, dope silhouette. The Air Jordan 1 is just purely immaculate and something that should be in your collection. The Air Jordan 1 Goalto. The Red Suede 18, also known as the Toro Bravo 18, released on Nike Store for a retail price of $225. Now I was able to cop this on Nike Store, and it is one of the first returns of the Air Jordan 18 in a new colorway. So I really like this one because it's a solid color, and solid colors with me really are clean. Something that I truly appreciate, and the Air Jordan 18 was a great ball and shoe. But there's something about the series above the Air Jordan 15 that people really haven't taken grasp of, you know what I mean? The price points for those higher retros are just too much, but it's with an understanding that these retros are pretty hard to create. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. It's not as simple as glue and rubber. There's a lot more thought, a lot more technology that's placed into these shoes, so that's why these sneakers have a higher price point. But the Toro Bravo or the Air Jordan 18 Red Suede is a colorway that I needed in my collection. So the Shadow 1 was next on the list, and I've always wanted this pair since 2013, but this one is just all remastered goodness. Brought back the Nike Air branding and the better leathers. Gray and black is just super hard on Air Jordan 1s altogether, and this was no exception. What's funny is that this one was starting to sit in 2018, and the price point wasn't going for high resale value, so a lot of people didn't really scoop it as much as they did in 2013. And it's funny is that the 2013 is actually going for a higher price point than it is for the 2018, which I'm not too sure why. But my second pickup in the month of April has to be the Shadow 1. The Air Jordan 3 Tinker. A lot of people were on the fence about this one, mainly because of the swoosh on the side. But we also saw the Super Bowl pair that Justin Timberlake wore, known as the JTHs, and then also the Man of the Woods pair that he wore in collaboration with his album, which I'll share a bit in the video. But shout out to my boy Floyd out in Hawaii. Him and I always converse about pickups that we do for the year, and you know, since we're the same size, we pretty much help each other out with pickups and stuff like that. So shout out to you, Floyd. But I was able to actually get 2 pairs of these, and I love them. It's an original sketch by Tinker Hatfield, made it into a sneaker and released in 2018. So I'm really fortunate to have these. These were a great pickup. Not a lot of people were feeling it, but that's okay. That's on me. Now the next set of these, there are 4 of them. And this is the first edition. This is the Clay Green Air Jordan 1, also known as the best hand in the game Air Jordan 1. So this one particularly released in the United States only and was made available for people here. So this one I had an opportunity to pick up probably 2 or 3 pairs of these, only because I was able to win some raffles, but I only picked up 1 because I wanted to save up the money to get the other 3 colors. How I was able to do that, I'll tell you in a bit. The Blue Moon Air Jordan 1, the second colorway of the best hand in the game Air Jordan 1 set. And again, this was a fantastic color as well. Shout out to my dude Mishman98 on Instagram. He looked out for me to be able to pick up this pair. I wasn't able to secure this one. He's over there out in Cincinnati, and you know, was able to send over the pair, did a deal, and I was on to the next couple of colorways. So my boy Santos on Instagram hits me up and is like, hey, I know a boy out in Germany. Shout out to Lane Store out in Germany for assisting as well. And I was able to cop 2 of the pairs from their store. This is the Track Red Air Jordan 1, the 3rd in the best hand in the game series, and one of the more interesting colorways because the upper is not the same as the sole. It's kind of got that infrared look, pretty much a pink sole colorway, but it's just a lighter shade of red But nonetheless, red, black, white, it all looks good on the sneaker. The yellow ochre, again, shout out to Lane Store and Santos as well, but I think this one was my favorite. This was one of the favorites of a lot of people as well. This is the yellow ochre colorway, the 4th edition of the Best Hand in the Game set. And again, fortunate enough to be able to have this entire set in the collection. It's one of those things where if I really didn't have the set, what's the point of collecting them, right? But here it is, the yellow ochre Air Jordan 1. So we're coming into May and pretty much close to the middle of the year. This is the cap and gown, and it is an Air Jordan 11 that saw its mid-year release for a price tag of 250 bucks. It was pretty pricey. The only way that you could have copped this was through small boutiques or on Nike Store with one of those images that you have to scan over your phone to be able to ring up the transaction and purchase the pair. But 250 bucks is a lot for an Air Jordan 11, and I was hoping that we weren't going to be getting that price tag for the Concorde 11s, which I'll also share towards the end of the video. But it's an all black sneaker, pretty much has that gamma blue bottom sole, clear sole, with the Jumpman facing towards the toe and that nubuck upper. So it is a clean colorway. I'm glad to still have this in the collection. This is the Air Jordan 11 cap and gown. We all know the story about Hurricane Katrina, and Hurricane Katrina really devastated the state of Louisiana, and this pair was on auction for hurricane relief of the citizens of New Orleans. So in 2018, Jordan Brand decided to release the Katrina 3s, which is also known as the Hall of Fame Air Jordan 3s, which is also found in the Hall of Fame in Michael Jordan's set at the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. The off-white Air Jordan 1. So this one was met with big hype. So this one was copped off Sneakers, and it is the second colorway of the off-white series from Virgil Abloh. And you can see as it is, it comes deconstructed, distressed, explicit Air emblem on the heel. And this sneaker really embodies a lot of the design that goes into sneakers for Nike in 2017 and 2018 and onward. This design element of the off-white Air Jordan 1 really propelled Nike to do all they could to beat out Adidas in 2018. Fantastic shoe. I appreciate its raw form, the off-white Air Jordan 1. Putting entertainers on the map as far as Jordan Brand is concerned and their marketability is the Travis Scott Air Jordan 4. So this one deals with Houston-based rapper Travis Scott and is inspired by the Houston Oilers. Several different variations of this shoe, but this was the retail version. And it looks like he's going to be doing more collaborations with Jordan Brand in 2019. But this was the first one. It was also met with some cosmetic flaws, and I certainly got some of that on my pair, but I was able to get a 15% coupon code from Nike because I saw some people were getting it on social media, and I decided to test my luck and I went ahead and did it. So I pretty much have until the end of the year to be able to use that code, but I think this is an important sneaker in 2018 as far as entertainers' influence and lifestyle instead of the basketball player and sneakers on court. So again, this is the Travis Scott collaboration with Jordan Brand in the Air Jordan 4. A classic returned on the 20th anniversary of The Last Shot on June 14, 2018. The Last Shot was taken on June 14, 1998, and this is the Last Shot Air Jordan 14. So I think Jordan Brand did a great job with this one. The Last Shot 14 is just an iconic sneaker in a sense that it really cemented Jordan's legacy as a basketball player. It's got all the performance elements of a retro that you can truly enjoy, as well as something that you can rock off court. Very iconic shoe and one that's much respected, the Air Jordan 14 Last Shot. Right here we have the Air Jordan 4 Levi or black denim, and this came as a pack. The first colorway was the blue denim, but I came away with the black denim. A lot of people I saw distressing the upper, which made it look just as creative as the shoe itself. Not something that I have particularly taken upon to do because I am a dead stock collector, but the Air Jordan 4 black denim is one of those that you should probably have in your collection nonetheless. Another set that I completed for 2018 is the 1992 version of the Cardinal 7. So this one was pretty hard to acquire because, again, I am a dead stock collector and I wanted everything to be in tip-top shape. So this one I actually acquired from Net Magnetism on Instagram. You guys can follow him there. And he had this pair as displayed, as advertised, as DS. And it came with a good price. I pulled the trigger and was able to complete my set for the OG series. This is the Cardinal 7. The Nike Air Flight 1, Game 3 of the 1995 Eastern Conference Semifinals, Bulls versus Magic. Michael Jordan switches from the band Concorde 11, switches over to Penny Hardaway's shoe in the Nike Air Flight 1, which we found out that we didn't know Michael was going to do that according to Penny. You guys can read the article on The Undefeated by Aaron Dodson. He actually talked to Penny about this incident and Penny didn't even know that Michael Jordan wore or was going to wear his shoe in the game. And then we all know that for games 4, 5, and 6, Michael Jordan switched into the Space Jam 11 or the Black Concorde in a losing effort to the Magic. But this was one of the shoes that Michael Jordan wore from an NBA player and had never worn any other NBA player's shoe after that or before that. So the Nike Air Flight 1 is one of the sneakers that I had to have in my collection as far as history is concerned. Another iconic shoe, this is the He Got Game or the white black true red Air Jordan 13 that Mike wore in the 1997-1998 NBA season. So inspired by the black cat, you got the whisker inspiration on the upper, you got the paw-like sole of the Air Jordan 13. The mind of Tinker is just genius, and it's one of the better looking silhouettes of 2018 in remastered form. The Air Jordan 13 He Got Game. We're into August now, and this sneaker was supposed to release at the beginning of 2018, pretty much around All-Star Weekend, but it was pushed back and without notice. But it's one of the newest thought processes of the minds from Jordan Brand, where they took the Air Jordan 3 and created it with new technology for 2018 in a Flyknit upper. The soles glow in the dark, and I'll go ahead and show that to you right here. And so yeah, it is a bit kiddie that the soles glow in the dark, but who wants to be a kid again, you know what I mean? I think that's always a cool feature when it comes to Air Jordans, or shoes in general, with that glow in the dark sole. We saw that on the Cause 4 of last year, and it was one of my favorite features in a shoe. This again is the Flyknit Air Jordan 3. So this right here is the OG Air Jordan 11 IE, and it is the black and red Air Jordan 11 version. And this one I like the most only because it doesn't have that elephant print on the upper, so it really shouldn't be called an IE. It's pretty much a low, and it's got really nice hits of red, vibrant red, especially on the sole and in that carbon fiber. Shout out to 6'4 Flip on IG, he was looking out. I wanted to replace the ones that I used up and wanted a dead stock for the collection, and we came to terms on a price, did a deal, and now I have it in the collection. The original Air Jordan 11 low. So we can't have one without the other, right? Again, this is the original Air Jordan 11 low, but this is the true IE as stated on the box. Shout out to my boy Nostalgic Feels on Instagram, and this is a purely immaculate Air Jordan. I love the carbon fiber on this, especially the sole. It hasn't yellowed at all, and it's just in its purest form, shape, color, everything. And this is one of the first shoes that I purchased in 1996 when I went to go visit my family in Chicago. I was able to see this pair at the Woodfield Mall and I ended up scooping it up. So again, I'm glad to have it in DS form. This is the Air Jordan 11 Low IE. So earlier I showed you the Tinker Air Jordan 3. This also took inspiration from that. This is the Bio Beige, or the Man of the Woods, Air Jordan 3 for Justin Timberlake. And it is a collaboration for his album. And one of those sneakers I was kind of on the fence about, but after seeing more pictures and finally seeing them in hand, I had to scoop it up. Again, shout out to my boy XTN for actually giving me the first look, and then my boy Floyd out in Hawaii for actually giving me the opportunity to purchase. This is the Air Jordan 3 Bio Beige. So just like the Bred Toes back in February, these are constructed in the same fashion. This is the Pine Green Air Jordan 1. So this pretty much celebrated Mike's chance at the Boston Celtics, and they did it in a green upper in much fashion, just like the Bred Toe with the green on the toe, black, and then sail. I like sail in some instances, particularly in an Air Jordan 1. It gives it more that vintage look, which is okay, but come age and usage, I really like that white on an Air Jordan 1. The sail comes after that, after wear, so nonetheless, the Pine Green Air Jordan 1. And again, because I am a set collector, I did like this one as well. This is the Court Purple. A lot of people felt this one more over the Pine Green, but just in Bred Toe fashion as well. You got the purple on the toe, the purple on the upper, black swoosh, sail colorway. So just like the Pine Green, purple you don't really see too much of on Air Jordans, so I think that's why this set was popular and did really well. The Court Purple Air Jordan 1. So I found this one on Instagram, and I wanted to replace the used pair that I had of the Tour Yellow Air Jordan 4, and this is in a complete dead stock fashion. Glad to have that. And the Tour Yellow has always been a favorite of mine ever since I saw them on the feet of this one show coordinator that I was able to display at in Orange County, and he had picked it up that day, and I just like fell in love with the shoe. And it's got the same feel of that Undefeated 4 with the Velcro patch at the top, and it's just something that I always thought was really cool as far as customization, or just something different of a shoe. But the 4s have always been a popular model for Jordan Brand to hype up, and nonetheless, this is the Tour Yellow Air Jordan 4. So for 2018, we finally get the first signature of the Air Jordan signature line. This is the Air Jordan 33. This is the launch colorway of their signature series, and I think people were split down the middle as far as like this sneaker is concerned. And it's a laceless system. It's actually work with this ratchet system at the bottom where you actually pull to tighten, and then to eject yourself you pull this. So again, I did a review on this. You can find all my reviews on every single pickup that I did for 2018. And again, this is the Air Jordan 33 launch colorway. So after the Air Jordan 33, I didn't really pick up too much. I actually took a month off of sneakers, and then I saw this, and it was at my local outlet store, and people were hyping this one up because it was a sneaker that was actually labeled as B grade. So you can see that there's little patches of red on the midsole itself, and that was the reason why this one got recalled. But it's considered a mellow Air Jordan 13 class of 2002, and you can find out why this was recalled in one of my videos. The Air Jordan 13 Mellow. We're coming down to the wire pretty much, and this is another sneaker that I picked up for 2018. It's pretty much from StockX, and it does look like it could be an official version of a StockX sneaker, but this is the Chlorophyll Air Jordan 3. And surprisingly, again, $190, but I didn't pay $190. I was able to get it for a discount at about $140-ish, and I hope you guys did too, because the prices or retail prices for pairs just like this, not really hyped up too much, although there was a tie-in with the Air Jordan 3 and the Nike Air Trainer 1, a sneaker that Tinker Hatfield created along with the Air Jordan 3s, so it was pretty much a good marriage. And I really do like the colors, but the price point was just something I wasn't paying as far as retail is concerned. So the Air Jordan 3 Chlorophyll. You know those opportunities that usually come when it's least expected? Well, this one was one of them. I was taking my girls to piano and I had saw this pair on eBay and I wanted to work with the seller. So I asked him if he was on Instagram and he DM'd me and happened to follow me. So shout out to Kevin on Instagram, Kev_0594. This is the original Air Jordan 1 from 1985 in the royal blue colorway. And again, it was one of those where I was like, man, I don't really have the money, so these don't really come out in a great price that I wanted to get them at. Had to pull the trigger. And I guess the previous month where I didn't cop sneakers for a month, it helped out just a little bit, but nonetheless, the original Air Jordan 1 royal blue had to do it. Yo, shout out to Isaac Rozov on Instagram, and he was able to hook me up with this restored pair of maroon 6s, and this is an OG pair from 1991. He saw a video of mine here on YouTube and was just like, I want to bless this guy with his first pair of OG Air Jordan 6s. While I do appreciate people that reach out and, you know, appreciate the content that I share, the videos I produce and all the likes, I'm really taken back at how people can be so generous when it comes to these types of things. So shout out to you, Isaac. Keep doing your thing with the restoration game, and thank you again for the maroon 6s. The Air Jordan 1 Union in the Storm Blue colorway, which is pretty much a mashup between the Storm Blue Air Jordan 1 and the black and red Air Jordan 1, or the band 1. So like I stated in an older video, Chris Gibbs is the owner of Union Los Angeles, and he had this inspiration to take a vintage sneaker and create two types, one in the Storm Blue and then the other in the Black Toe. So the Black Toe I wasn't able to get. I wanted to secure the Storm Blue on their website, which we all know was a big mess, but there were other opportunities down the line to be able to cop the different colorways, even the apparel. And then just recently on the Frenzy app, I wanted to get the Black Toes, but I really don't want to pay the resale prices. These pretty much go in the 600 to 700 price range, and I don't know, who knows, maybe I might skip out on releases for January 2019 and pick up the Black Toes, but I really want to complete that set between the two sneakers, and hopefully I get to do it. The Union Los Angeles Air Jordan 1. Pretty much 1 month from release, Sneakers had put out a notification for these bad boys right here, my first love, the Air Jordan 11 Concorde, and done in 45 fashion. You guys all know the story between me and the Concorde 11, how the 45 plays into the picture and all that good stuff, but I was able to secure these off Sneakers a month early and be able to share and review all the different types of Air Jordan Concorde 11s in a comparison. And then pretty much the day before release, December 7, 2018, I was gifted a pair of the Concorde 11s from Jordan Brand, which is an awesome feeling. I was also able to gift another pair to Sensei, which is my girl's karate instructor, and he was truly humbled and appreciative of the set as well. So his first pair became my first pair, my last pair for the month of December and for the year of 2018. So I pretty much finished out December and 2018 with a Concorde 11. And just like Jordan and his last shot, it was a way to go out on top. No more pickups for me for the year 2018. Alright, so I want to thank you all for joining me here on my YouTube channel, hitting subscribe and enjoying all my content. I'm glad that you guys are here. Hopefully I can share more in 2019, because the deal is hopefully to get more pickups, to share more stuff with you, and to just create. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How was your 2018? And I guess I'll talk to you guys in 2019. Take care.